The world has been holding its breath since 2022, a silence that felt like an eternity for those who wear the purple crest. But the wait is over. The year 2026 marks the dawn of a new chapter, a monumental reunion that threatens to break the internet and every stadium record in its path. As the BTS Comeback 2026 World Tour prepares to descend upon North America, the air is thick with anticipation and a touch of mystery. Which legendary stadiums will be bathed in the glow of the Army bomb? How far are fans willing to go to secure a glimpse of the Seven Stars united once more? In a landscape of rising inflation and skyrocketing demand, what does the price of a dream actually look like? We are talking about more than just concerts. We are talking about a cultural phenomenon that will redefine the touring industry. From the hidden gems of the East Coast to the sun-drenched arenas of the West, the battle for tickets is about to begin. Are you truly prepared for the emotional roller coaster that is the 2026 tour map? Let's dive into the 11 cities that will host the Kings and see if your city and your savings made the cut. Number 11. The charm of the East Coast, Maryland. It starts right here, in a place where history and modernity collide under the watchful eyes of the Chesapeake Bay. Welcome to Maryland, the 11th stop on our list, and a location that holds a special, almost mystical energy for the 2026 BTS Comeback World Tour. Why Maryland? Why now? For years, the D.C., Maryland, and Virginia (DMV) area has been a silent powerhouse of the Army fandom. Yet, it often felt like the middle child between the massive shows in New York and the sprawling stadiums of the South. But in 2026, the narrative has shifted. The choice of M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore isn't just a logistical decision, it's a statement of intent. This stadium, the home of the Baltimore Ravens, is known for its intense, purple-clad atmosphere, a coincidence that feels like destiny for a group whose color defines a global movement. Imagine the scene, August 10 and 11, 2026. The humidity of the Maryland summer hangs thick in the air, but no one cares. Fans have been lining up since the break of dawn, their purple light sticks reflecting the golden hour sun. The stadium itself, with its massive capacity of over 70,000, is being transformed into a purple fortress. But what about the cost of entry to this historic reunion? For Maryland, the estimated ticket prices are as follows. Upper Bowl starts at $85. Mid-tier seating ranges from $150 to $350, and those coveted floor premium seats are hitting the $550 mark. If you're looking for the ultimate experience, the VIP Soundcheck package, prepare your bank account for a range of $1,200 to $2,500. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's a small fortune. But let's reflect on the journey. This is the first time in nearly 4 years that all 7 members RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin V, and Jungkook will stand on a North American stage together after completing their military service. The emotional weight of that first Kim Namjoon, Kim Seokjin fan chant echoing through the Baltimore skyline is, for many, priceless. The price reflects the unprecedented demand. With over 70 shows globally, the 2026 tour is projected to be the highest-grossing tour in K-pop history, and Maryland is a crucial piece of that puzzle. Think about the detail. M&T Bank Stadium is famous for its Ravens Vision, high-definition screens, which are being upgraded even further for this tour to ensure that even the fan in the very last row of the nosebleeds can see the sweat on the members' brows. There's a rumor unconfirmed but whispered in the industry bahwa stage production for 2026 will feature a 360-degree in-the-round design, making every seat in the house feel intimate. Can you imagine the pressure on the ticketing servers when the clock strikes 1 p.m. EST on January 22 for the presale? It's not just a transaction, it's a battle for a seat at the table of history. Maryland fans have waited through the hiatus, through the solo eras, and through the long winters. And now, the bank is ready to pay out in the form of a once-in-a-lifetime performance. But as we look at the rising costs and the sheer scale of this event, a challenging question remains. Is the Army ready for the financial and emotional toll of the most competitive ticketing era we've ever seen? And if Maryland is just number 11, what on earth is waiting for us as we move closer to the top of the list? Are you ready to find out which city is next? Number 10. The historic grounds of champions. Massachusetts. Moving up the ladder, we land in the heart of New England, Foxborough, Massachusetts. If you feel a certain weight in the air here, it's not just the humidity of a classic East Coast August, it's the legacy of the grounds themselves. For the very first time in history, the purple ocean of BTS will flood the iconic Gillette Stadium, the legendary home of the New England Patriots. This isn't just another tour stop, it's a milestone. Before 2026, Gillette had seen the triumphs of NFL dynasties, but it had never hosted a K-pop headliner. Now, the Army is marching into the territory of champions. Scheduled for August 5 and 6, 2026, these two nights are set to break every attendance record the stadium holds. Can you picture it? The famous Gillette Lighthouse glowing in a deep, vibrant violet, and the massive bridge overlooking the field packed with fans from all over the world. The Boston and Foxborough area, known for its intellectual vibe and prestigious universities like Harvard and MIT, is home to a deeply dedicated and diverse segment of the fandom that has waited years for this exact moment. Now, let's talk numbers, because as we move closer to the top of our list, the stakes and the prices begin to climb. For the Massachusetts leg of the Comeback 2026 tour, the estimated ticket prices reflect both the prestige of the venue and the historic nature of the event. Upper bowl, nosebleed seats are expected to start at $95, providing a bird's-eye view of the massive 360-degree stage. If you're aiming for the mid-tier lower bowl sections, expect to pay between $200 and $450. For those who want to be close enough to see the members' expressions, the floor and premium lower bowl seats are estimated at $600 to $800. And for the ultimate once-in-a-lifetime experience, the VIP Ultimate Soundcheck package is projected to range from $1,600 to nearly $3,000, especially when dynamic pricing kicks in. It's a staggering amount, isn't it? But for fans who have spent the last 4 years saving every penny while the members were in the military, these tickets represent more than just a seat. They are a passport back to the magic of OT7. The atmosphere at Gillette is going to be unlike anything else on the tour. Because the stadium is open air, the sound of 65,000 voices singing Spring Day or Life Goes On will literally travel for miles across the Massachusetts landscape. There's something deeply poetic about BTS coming to a place defined by patriots and revolution. In 2026, the revolution is musical, and the patriotism is for a group that bridged the gap between East and West. The logistics are already a whirlwind. Local hotels in Foxborough and nearby Providence are reportedly already being scouted by fans, and the MBTA Patriot train might just need to be rebranded as the Purple Express for those 2 nights. But behind the excitement, a lingering question haunts every fan's mind. With such a high price point and limited capacity for a first-ever event, will the ticketing system survive the sheer force of the New England Army? Or will thousands be left standing outside the gates, listening to the echoes of a reunion they've dreamed of for years? As we leave the historic grounds of Massachusetts behind, we head toward a city that offers a completely different vibe, a place of heat, luxury, and a very different kind of stadium experience. Are you ready for number 9? Number 9. The glamour of the Garden State, New Jersey. Coming in at number 9, we are heading to the gateway of the Big Apple, East Rutherford, New Jersey. If you thought the energy in the previous cities was intense, prepare yourselves, because MetLife Stadium is a beast of its own. This isn't just a concert venue, it's a rite of passage for global icons. For BTS, returning to MetLife in June 2026 feels like a triumphant homecoming. Remember 2019? The rain, the epic performances, the sea of purple stretching as far as the eye could see? Well, 2026 is set to dwarf those memories. MetLife is where the sheer scale of the North American Army truly manifests. Located just a stone's throw from New York City, this stop attracts fans not just from Jersey, but from the entire tri-state area and international travelers who fly into JFK and Newark just to say, "I was there." The atmosphere here is electric, frantic, and deeply emotional. It's the site of legendary Life Goes On moments, and for the 2026 comeback, the stadium is expected to be bathed in a customized light show that can be seen from the Manhattan skyline. But let's get down to the reality that everyone is whispering about: the cost. Being so close to NYC, the New Jersey premium is very real. For the 2026 dates at MetLife, the estimated ticket prices are reaching new heights. Upper bowl seats are starting at $110, which is a jump from previous years but reflects the massive production costs of the new stage. If you want to be in the mid-tier or lower bowl, you're looking at a range of $250 to $500. Now, for the hardcore fans who need to be on the floor or in the specialized purple zone near the barricade, prices are estimated between $700 and $950. And the legendary VIP Hwa Yang Hwa experience, including soundcheck and exclusive merch, those are projected to soar between $1,800 and $3,500 depending on the demand-based pricing algorithms. It's a heavy price to pay, but for many, the chance to see the 7 members silhouetted against the Jersey sunset one more time is a debt they are willing to take on. The logistical scale of MetLife is mind-boggling. We're talking about a stadium that holds over 82,000 people for concerts. The 2026 tour is rumored to feature a moving stage technology that hasn't been seen in North America before, allowing the members to glide over the floor audience to reach those in the back. Can you imagine the roar of 80,000 people when the first notes of their new 2026 title track hit the speakers? The ARMY in this region is known for its sophistication. Expect massive fan projects, LED billboards in Times Square directing people to the stadium, and a total takeover of the NJ transit system. But as the prices climb and the venue sizes grow, the question remains, is the New York-New Jersey market becoming too expensive for the average fan? Or will the sheer love for OT7 ensure that every single one of those 82,000 seats is filled regardless of the cost? As we dry our eyes from the Jersey nostalgia, we're heading south to a place where the sun always shines, but the competition for tickets is even hotter. Number 8. The Neon Desert of Dreams. Nevada. Leaving the historic East Coast behind, we journey into the heart of the Mojave Desert, where the shimmering lights of the Las Vegas Strip await to be outshone by a different kind of glow. Welcome to Nevada, our 8th stop, and specifically the architectural marvel that is Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. If any city knows how to throw a party for global royalty, it is the entertainment capital of the world. But in 2026, the stakes are higher than any high roller table at the Bellagio. For the BTS Comeback World Tour, Las Vegas isn't just a concert stop, it's an entire ecosystem takeover. We are looking at May 23, 24, and 27, 2026 3 nights, where the City of Sin becomes the City of Soul. Remember the Bora Haggis phenomenon of 2022? The purple-lit fountains, the themed hotel rooms, the cafe in the city serving the members' favorite noodles. Well, 2026 is promised to be Bora Haggis on steroids. The city is already bracing for an influx of nearly 200,000 fans, and local authorities are reportedly coordinating with HYBE to turn the entire strip into a sprawling interactive BTS playground once again. But with this level of luxury and extravagance comes a price tag that might make even a seasoned gambler blink. For the Nevada leg at Allegiant Stadium, the estimated ticket prices are as follows. Upper bowl nosebleed seats are starting around $100, though with the stadium's unique steep design, even the high seats offer a clear line of sight to the massive 360-degree LED stage. If you're looking for mid-tier or lower bowl seating, prices are projected between $275 and $550. Now, for the fans who want to be in the splash zone, the floor and premium seating expect to pay anywhere from $750 to $1,100. And then there's the VIP Neon Purple Soundcheck package, which is expected to range from $1,800 to an eye-watering $4,000 on the resale market due to the sheer concentration of international fans flying in. It sounds expensive, but consider the environment. Allegiant Stadium, often called the Death Star for its sleek, black exterior, is a fully climate-controlled dome, ensuring that while the Nevada desert heat reaches 100 degrees outside, the Army inside will be perfectly cool as they scream the fan chants. The stadium's massive lanai doors, which open to a view of the Strip, are expected to stay closed for the 2026 tour to maximize the impact of the group's legendary light show and pyrotechnics. The detail in this stop is what truly sets it apart. The 2026 tour is rumored to feature a holographic bridge specifically designed for these massive stadium shows, allowing the members to appear as if they are walking on air above the floor audience. In Las Vegas, where every show is a spectacle, BTS has to go bigger, louder, and more innovative than anyone else. The emotional weight here is palpable. For many fans, Las Vegas was the site of the group's last major U.S. residency before the enlistment era began. Returning here in 2026 feels like closing a loop, a triumphant "we're back" that resonates through the canyon walls and neon corridors. Fans aren't just buying a ticket, they are buying into a week-long residency experience that includes after-parties at Jewel nightclub, pop-up stores at Area 15, and the iconic Bellagio fountains dancing to Dynamite and Butter once again. It is a full sensory immersion. But as the desert air cools and the lights of Allegiant Stadium flicker to life, a daunting reality settles in. With hotel prices on the Strip already tripling for the tour dates and ticket demand at an all-time high, is Las Vegas becoming a destination only for the elite army? Or will the desert find a way to welcome everyone who has spent years dreaming of this reunion? As we leave the neon glow of Nevada, we travel across state lines to the Golden Coast, where the sun meets the sea and a stadium of legendary proportions is waiting. Are you ready for number 7? Number 7, the academic pulse of the West Coast, California. Descending into the golden heart of Northern California, we find ourselves at our 7th stop, a location that is as prestigious as it is unexpected. Welcome to Stanford, California, where the hallowed grounds of Stanford Stadium are preparing to host a cultural explosion unlike anything the Palo Alto area has ever seen. Now, when you think of California, your mind might instantly jump to the glitz of Hollywood or the tech giants of Silicon Valley. But for the 2026 comeback tour, BTS has chosen a venue that bridges both worlds. Stanford Stadium is traditionally a temple of collegiate football, but on May 16 and 17, 2026, the only cardinal anyone will be looking for is the deep royal purple of the army. This stop is historic. BTS will be only the second musical act in history to headline this stadium, following in the footsteps of a legendary inaugural show by Coldplay. The atmosphere here is one of high intellect meets high energy. Imagine the contrast, the serene, palm-lined avenues of one of the world's most elite universities suddenly transformed into a buzzing epicenter of global pop culture. It's a place where Silicon Valley tech moguls and students alike will be fighting for the same limited bandwidth to secure their spot in the stands. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of the Stanford tax. Northern California is known for its high cost of living, and the ticketing for this leg reflects that reality. For the Stanford Stadium shows, the estimated ticket prices are as follows. Upper-level seating is starting at a base of $120, a slight premium compared to the East Coast stops. If you're aiming for the mid-level or the more comfortable lower bowl seats, be prepared to shell out between $300 and $600. For the fans who want to breathe the same air as the members on the floor or in the Golden Circle sections, prices are projected to range from $850 to $1,200. And if you're looking for the crown jewel, the VIP Stanford Elite Soundcheck experience, you're looking at a range of $2,000 to $4,500. Once dynamic pricing and the inevitable resale frenzy kick in, it's a massive investment, but for the Northern California Army who missed out on the LA residencies of years past, this is their moment to prove that the Bay Area is just as loud and dedicated. The level of detail at this venue is fascinating. Because Stanford Stadium has a theater-style bowl configuration, the acoustics are rumored to be some of the best on the entire tour. The 2026 production team is reportedly designing a special holographic tree of life stage element specifically for this outdoor venue, meant to harmonize with the natural beauty of the surrounding California landscape. Can you imagine the members performing Moon or Inner Child as a gentle Pacific breeze sweeps through the stadium, while 50,000 lightsticks create a synthetic galaxy under the stars? The logistical challenge here is no joke. Palo Alto isn't built for 50,000 concertgoers in a single night, leading to rumors of purple shuttles running from San Francisco and San Jose. There's a sense of mystery here too, with Stanford being so close to the world's leading tech labs. Fans are speculating if the 2026 tour will debut new AI-driven interactive fan experiences that have never been seen before. But as the sun sets over the Santa Cruz Mountains, a chilling question lingers. With a capacity smaller than the massive NFL stadiums on the list, will the Stanford ticketing battle be the bloodiest one yet? And as we leave the prestigious halls of California, we head to a place where the sun is even hotter and the history is even deeper. Are you ready for number 6? Number 6. The heartbeat of Latin passion, Mexico City. We are crossing borders and entering a territory where the air is thinner, the sun is brighter, and the passion is undeniably louder than anywhere else on Earth. Welcome to Mexico City, our 6th stop, and the location of what might be the most intense night of the entire 2026 tour, Estadio Azteca. This isn't just a stadium, it's a cathedral of global sports and music, a place where legends are born and where 100,000 voices can create a seismic event. For the BTS Comeback 2026 World Tour, Mexico City represents the gateway to Latin America, a region that has waited with a hunger that is almost tangible. If you think the army in the US is loud, you haven't heard the roar of Mexico City when the lights go down. On June 5 and 6, 2026, the Azteca will become the largest purple ocean in North American history. The history of this venue is staggering. It has hosted 2 FIFA World Cup finals and icons like Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney. But in 2026, the 7 members of BTS are coming to claim their throne in the heart of Mexico, and the atmosphere is already reaching a boiling point. The city's high altitude adds a layer of physical intensity to the performance. The members will be pushing their limits, and the fans will be matching that energy with every Te Amo shouted into the night sky. Now, let's talk about the economic reality of such a massive event. Because Mexico City is a global hub for the Latin American fandom, the demand is expected to be triple the available capacity. For the Estadio Azteca shows, the estimated ticket prices are adjusted for the massive scale. General admission, bleacher seats are starting at approximately $75, converted from pesos, making it one of the more accessible entry points on the tour. However, the price gap widens quickly. Lower bowl and mid-tier seating are projected between $200 and $450. For those who want to be in the legendary cancha floor area, prices are estimated to range from $650 to $900. And for the ultra-exclusive VIP Azteca Gold Soundcheck experience, which includes limited edition Mexico, exclusive merch and early entry to the floor, prices are soaring between $1,500 and $3,200. It's a significant investment for local fans, yet the army in Mexico is famous for its collective saving power and organization. The detail here is what makes it magical. Rumors suggest that for the Mexico City dates, BTS will perform a special acoustic version of a fan-favorite track, specifically as a tribute to the Latin Army's unwavering loyalty during their hiatus. Can you imagine 100,000 people singing the chorus of Blue and Gray or The Truth Untold in perfect unison? The logistics of a show at Estadio Azteca are unlike any other stop on the tour. The stadium's design creates a wall of sound effect that can be physically felt in your chest. The 2026 production is reportedly bringing in specialized oxygen support systems for the stage crew and performers due to the 7,200-foot elevation, ensuring the high-energy choreography of On or Idol remains as sharp as ever. The surrounding area of Santa Ursula will likely be shut down to accommodate the massive fan villages, where street vendors will sell everything from purple churros to custom-made BTS Lucha Libre masks. There is a sense of raw, unfiltered emotion in Mexico City that you won't find in the more clinical arenas of the North. The mystery surrounding these dates involves a rumored collaboration with a local orchestra to add a cinematic, mariachi-inspired flair to one of their hit songs, a detail that would send the crowd into a literal frenzy. But behind the joy, the challenge is real. With nearly 500,000 people expected to try for 200,000 tickets across 2 nights, how many hearts will be broken when the sold-out sign appears? And as we leave the thunderous energy of the Azteca behind, we head toward a city in the Sunshine State, where the vibe is all about the beach, the breeze, and the big stage. Are you ready for number 5? Number 5. The tropical purple paradise, Florida. Leaving the high-altitude intensity of Mexico City behind, we are heading to the sun-soaked shores of the Sunshine State. Welcome to Miami Gardens, Florida, where the vibrant energy of the coast meets the massive architectural beauty of the Hard Rock Stadium. This is our 5th stop, and let me tell you, it's going to be a total tropical takeover. If there is any city that matches the dynamite and butter vibes of BTS's global hits, it's Miami. The Hard Rock Stadium isn't just a venue, it's a global destination that has hosted Super Bowls, Formula One races, and the biggest icons in music history. But on June 12 and 13, 2026, the only race happening will be the sprint to the merchandise booths. The atmosphere here is expected to be a mix of a high-fashion runway and a massive beach party. Imagine the scene, the Florida humidity softened by a salty Atlantic breeze, the stadium's iconic 4 white spires glowing in a neon violet light that can be seen from the sky, and thousands of fans dressed in their most stylish purple beach attire. Miami is a hub for both North American and Caribbean fans, making this stop a diverse melting pot of cultures all united by one 7-member band. Now, we have to talk about the Miami Premium. This city is a playground for the wealthy, and the ticket prices for the 2026 comeback tour reflect that luxury. For the Hard Rock Stadium shows, the estimated ticket prices are reaching legendary levels. Upper bowl seats are starting at $130, driven up by the high demand for any seat in this open-air paradise. If you're looking for a better view in the mid-tier or lower bowl, expect to pay between $350 and $650. But for the fans who want to be on the floor, right in the heart of the heat, prices are projected to range from $900 to $1,300. And then, there is the ultimate indulgence, the VIP Ocean Purple Luxury Suite and Soundcheck Package. Given Miami's reputation for high-end hospitality, these packages are estimated to range from $2,500 to a staggering $5,000, especially as travel agencies begin bundling them with luxury hotel stays on South Beach. It's a heavy price, but for those who want to see the members perform Permission to Dance while the Florida sun sets behind the stadium, it's an investment in a memory that will never fade. The level of detail planned for the Miami stop is rumors of legends. Because Hard Rock Stadium is partially covered by a massive canopy, the 2026 production team is reportedly experimenting with water and fire stage effects that wouldn't be possible in fully enclosed domes. There are whispers of a massive water feature that will spray synchronized mist over the floor audience during the high-energy tracks, keeping the army cool while the members turn up the heat. Can you imagine the visual of RM or Jungkook performing under a rain curtain of purple-lit water? It's pure cinematic magic. The logistics are equally grand. With the Miami International Airport being a major gateway, the city is preparing for BTS Week, featuring pop-up shops in the Design District and a special purple cruise around Biscayne Bay for fans. But as the hype builds, a challenging question remains. With Miami being such a high-priced destination, will the local Florida Army be able to hold their ground against the thousands of wealthy international fans flying in? Or will this stop become a playground only for those with the deepest pockets? As we leave the palm trees and neon of Florida, we are heading to the Lone Star State, to a city where everything is bigger, including the stadium and the expectations. Are you ready for number 4? Number 4. The Giant of the South, Texas. Welcome to the heart of the Lone Star State, where the saying, "everything is bigger in Texas," isn't just a slogan, it's a warning. Our 4th stop takes us to Arlington, Texas, to the colossal architectural marvel known as AT&T Stadium. This is the home of the Dallas Cowboys, and in May 2026, it becomes the home of the biggest musical reunion of the decade. This stadium is legendary, not just for its size, but for the sheer audacity of its design. Imagine a venue so massive that the Statue of Liberty could fit inside with the roof closed. Now, imagine that space filled to the brim with over 100,000 screaming fans, their light sticks creating a synthetic galaxy that rivals the Texas night sky. The energy here is different. It's a mixture of Southern hospitality and raw, unbridled power. Texas has always been a stronghold for the Army, but for the 2026 tour, the demand is so high that people are expected to drive in from across the entire South Oklahoma, Louisiana, and even from across the border to witness this moment. The atmosphere is thick with a sense of pride. Texas Army is known for being some of the loudest and most coordinated in the world, and they are ready to show the 7 members that they haven't forgotten a single lyric during the long hiatus. But with a venue this big, the logistical and financial scale is equally enormous. For the Texas leg at AT&T Stadium, the estimated ticket prices reflect the premium nature of this mega stadium experience. Upper bowl sky seats are starting at $115, though you'll likely be watching the members on the world's largest high-definition video board hanging over the field. If you want to be in the mid-tier or lower bowl sections, you're looking at prices between $300 and $600. For the fans who want to be on the floor, the absolute heart of the action prices are estimated to range from $800 to $1,200. And for the ultimate high roller experience, the VIP Star of Texas Soundcheck and Suite package is projected to range from $2,500 to a staggering $5,500. It's a massive price tag, but remember, this stadium offers a luxury experience like no other, with climate-controlled VIP lounges and some of the best sound engineering in the world. The detail here is mind-blowing. The 2026 production is reportedly planning to utilize the stadium's massive retractable roof for a grand finale that involves a drone show launching from the center of the field and flying out into the Arlington sky. There are even whispers that for the Texas dates, Suga might bring out a special August D surprise, or that the group will perform a high-energy dance break that uses the entire length of the football field. Can you imagine the members sprinting across 100 yards of stage while fire or Dionysus shakes the very foundations of the building? The logistics of moving 100,000 people in and out of Arlington is a feat of engineering in itself, with specialized purple shuttles and massive fan-led tailgate parties in the parking lots that feel like a BTS-themed carnival. The mystery of the Texas stop involves a secret Texas-only merchandise drop that fans are already theorizing about. Could it be custom cowboy hats with the BTS logo? But, as the lights of AT&T Stadium flicker to life, a daunting question hangs in the air. With 100,000 seats per night, will this be the easiest ticket to get? Or will the sheer number of fans traveling from across the country make it the most competitive battle of the entire tour? And as we leave the massive plains of Texas behind, we head north to a city of ice and fire where the Six is waiting to turn purple. Are you ready for number 3? Number 3. The global hub of the North. Toronto. We are heading north of the border, crossing into the vibrant, multicultural heart of Canada. Welcome to Toronto, Ontario, where the 2026 BTS Comeback World Tour is set to ignite the massive Rogers Centre. This isn't just a concert, it's a national event for the Canadian Army, who have often had to travel across borders just to see a glimpse of their idols. In 2026, the wait is over. The Rogers Centre, with its iconic retractable roof and its location right at the foot of the CN Tower, provides a cinematic backdrop that is hard to beat anywhere else in the world. The atmosphere in Toronto is expected to be a beautiful, chaotic mosaic of fans from every corner of the globe, reflecting the city's own diversity. Imagine the streets of downtown Toronto from Union Station to Spadina completely draped in purple, with the CN Tower itself pulsing in a violet rhythm that can be seen across Lake Ontario. The Canadian fans are known for their politeness, but don't let that fool you when it comes to BTS. Their passion is as fierce as a winter blizzard, and the noise inside the dome is expected to be deafening. However, the Toronto experience comes with a significant price tag, especially considering the strength of the global demand and the currency exchange. For the Rogers Centre shows, the estimated ticket prices are as follows. Upper Bowl 500 level seats are starting at $125 CAD, though even from these heights, the view of the massive stage and the Toronto skyline, if the roof is open, is legendary. If you're looking for mid-tier or lower bowl seating, prices are projected between $350 and $700 CAD. For the fans who want to be in the floor or the specialized North Star pit, prices are estimated to range from $950 to $1,400 CAD. And for the ultimate Canadian Army experience, the VIP True North Soundcheck package, prepare to see prices between $2,800 and $5,500 CAD on the resale and dynamic markets. It is a massive financial commitment, yet the loyalty of the Canadian fandom means these tickets will likely vanish in milliseconds, leaving many to wonder if a third or fourth date will be added to satisfy the hunger of the Great White North. The level of detail for this stop is particularly special. Because the Rogers Centre is a multi-purpose stadium, the 2026 tour production is rumored to be designing a vertical stage element that utilizes the height of the venue, possibly involving members being suspended over the audience for their solo tracks. Can you imagine Jimin or V performing a contemporary dance piece while floating above a sea of 55,000 light sticks? It would be a moment of pure, ethereal magic. The logistics are already a major topic of discussion in the city, and with the Toronto Transit Commission, TTC, likely adding extra Purple Line service and hotels in the entertainment district, already reaching 90% capacity for the rumored June dates. The mystery of the Toronto stop involves a potential secret guest or a special collaboration with a Canadian artist, adding a layer of intrigue to an already high-stakes event. But as the cool breeze from the lake hits the stadium, a challenging question lingers. With Toronto being the primary stop for all of Canada, will the competition for tickets create a border battle between local fans and those flying in from the US and overseas? And as we leave the skyline of the North behind, we head back to the US, to a city that is synonymous with the windy energy and a history of legendary performances. Are you ready for number 2? Number 2. The Windy City's Purple Storm. Chicago. As we reach the penultimate spot on our countdown, we land in the legendary Windy City, a place that has become synonymous with some of the most emotionally charged and visually stunning moments in BTS history. Welcome to Chicago, Illinois, where the massive and historic Soldier Field is bracing itself for a return that will quite literally shake the shores of Lake Michigan. There is something almost spiritual about BTS in Chicago. If you were there in 2019, you remember the freezing rain, the shivering fans, and the 7 members performing their hearts out as if the weather didn't exist. In 2026, the stakes are even higher. This isn't just a tour stop, it's a reunion with a city that proved its loyalty through literal storms. The atmosphere at Soldier Field, the oldest stadium in the NFL, is unique because it combines a sense of ancient gladiatorial combat with the modern, sleek energy of the Chicago skyline. Imagine the scene. It's late September 2026. The air is crisp, and as the sun sets over the skyscrapers, the stadium lights up in a deep, pulsating violet. The lakefront becomes a sea of purple hoodies and light sticks, a vibrant contrast to the steel-gray waters of the lake. Chicago fans are known for their grit and their vocal power, "2Steed WWW." And for the 2026 comeback, they are expected to set a new standard for the Spring Day fan chant that will echo all the way to the Willis Tower. Now, let's get into the heavy details that everyone is clicking for, the financial breakdown. Chicago is a major global hub, and the pricing for the 2026 tour reflects its status as one of the big 3 U.S. tour stops. For the Soldier Field dates, the estimated ticket prices are as follows. Upper Bowl 300 and 400 level seats are starting at $135, a price point driven by the sheer iconic nature of the venue. If you're looking for the mid-tier or the legendary 100-level lower bowl seats, expect to pay between $400 and $750. These seats are the most sought after because they offer the perfect balance of proximity and a full view of the massive 2026 stage production. For the fans who want to be on the floor, the Soldier Field pit prices are projected to range from $1,000 to $1,500. But wait, the real jaw-dropper is the VIP Windy City Royalty Soundcheck and Heritage Package, which is expected to hit a range of $3,000 to $6,000 on the dynamic market. Why so high? Because this package is rumored to include a private tour of the stadium's historical BTS spots from previous years and exclusive Chicago-themed merchandise that will never be sold again. It's an astronomical sum, but for the Army in the Midwest, this is the first time in years they won't have to fly to LA or NYC to see the full OT7 lineup, making it a must-buy at any cost. The level of detail going into the Chicago stop is what makes it a true edutainment masterpiece. The 2026 production team is reportedly designing a special wind-resistant drone show specifically for the lakefront winds of Soldier Field, featuring thousands of synchronized lights that will form the shapes of the members' constellations over the water. There are also whispers of a live symphony element for the Chicago shows, utilizing local Chicago musicians to add a cinematic, orchestral weight to Black Swan and Louder Than Bombs. Can you imagine the sheer goosebumps of hearing a live cello arrangement while the members perform their most intricate choreography against the backdrop of a Chicago night? The logistics are equally massive. The city is reportedly planning to light up the Cloud Gate, the Bean, in purple for the entire week. And Millennium Park is expected to host the largest official fan zone in North America, with giant screens broadcasting the soundcheck for those who couldn't get tickets. There is a sense of mystery here too, with Chicago being the home of some of the world's most famous jazz and blues. Fellow fans are speculating if there will be a special Chicago-style remix of a classic track during the encore. But as the wind picks up and the crowd begins to roar, a haunting question remains. In a city known for its unpredictable elements, will the weather play along for this historic 2026 reunion? Or will we witness another legendary RainCon that pushes the members and the army to their absolute emotional limits? And if Chicago, with its 60,000+ capacity and skyrocketing prices, is only number 2, what could possibly be the number 1 city that defines the entire 2026 tour? Are you ready for the final, most prestigious stop on our list? Number 1. The crown jewel of the West. Los Angeles! Finally, we have arrived at the absolute summit of the 2026 tour map, the city where dreams are either made or shattered under the neon glow of Hollywood. Welcome to Los Angeles, California, and the unparalleled masterpiece of modern engineering, SoFi Stadium. If there is one place on this planet that BTS calls their home away from home in America, it is this sprawling glass-roofed palace in Inglewood. For the Comeback 2026 World Tour, Los Angeles isn't just another stop, it is the grand finale of the North American leg, the place where the legend of the 7 members will be etched into the very soil of the West Coast once and for all. We are talking about September 1, 2, 5, and 6, 2026 4 historic nights that will serve as the emotional climax for millions of fans. Why is LA number 1? Because SoFi Stadium holds a deep, resonant history with BTS, it was here, in 2021, that they held their first post-pandemic live concerts. Permission to dance on stage, breaking records and proving that the bond between BTS and ARMY was unbreakable. Returning here in 2026, after the military hiatus, feels like a sacred pilgrimage. The atmosphere in Los Angeles during that first week of September will be nothing short of a total cultural takeover. From the moment you land at LAX, you will feel the purple pulse, every billboard on Sunset Boulevard, every digital screen in Koreatown, and the giant ring-shaped LED display of SoFi itself will be broadcasting the return of the Kings. The sheer scale of this stop is mind-boggling. With 4 sold-out shows, nearly 300,000 people will descend upon Inglewood, turning the entire Hollywood Park district into a living, breathing BTS theme park. Fans from every continent, Europe, Asia, South America, will flock here, knowing that an LA show is always extra special. It's where celebrity sightings are common, where the production value is at its most expensive, and where the members often deliver their most heartfelt, tearful endingments. But as we stand at the top of our list, we must address the gold standard of pricing, because the cost to be part of this finale is truly in a league of its own. For the Los Angeles Grand Finale at SoFi Stadium, the estimated ticket prices reflect the absolute peak of global demand. Upper Bowl nosebleed seats are starting at a base of $150, but don't expect them to stay there for more than a second. If you want a seat in the mid-tier or the prestigious lower bowl, you are looking at a projected range of $450 to $850. These are the seats that provide that perfect view of the entire stadium, allowing you to see the choreography and the massive screen visuals in all their glory. Now, for the battleground, the floor and the purple infinity pit sections near the stage prices are estimated to start at $1,500 and can soar up to $2,500 during the initial sale. But that is just the beginning. The VIP Legend of the 7 Ultimate Experience, which includes front-row floor access, an extended soundcheck, exclusive lounge access, and limited edition LA Finale memorabilia, is projected to reach $4,000 to $7,000 on the dynamic and secondary markets. It is a staggering, life-altering amount of money for a single night, yet for many, it is the price of witnessing history. The detail involved in the SoFi shows is what justifies or at least explains this cost. The 2026 stage production at SoFi is rumored to be the most technologically advanced ever attempted in a stadium, featuring a kinetic roof light show where the stadium's glass canopy itself becomes a giant screen, synchronized with every army bomb in the audience. Can you imagine the visual impact of 70,000 light sticks turning deep purple at the exact moment the stadium roof displays a shimmering galaxy? It will be a sensory overload of the highest order. The logistics are equally insane. The city of Inglewood is reportedly coordinating with the Los Angeles Metro to run 24-hour BTS express buses, and local hotels are being booked out 2 years in advance. There is an air of mystery surrounding the set list for the final night on September 6. Rumors are swirling that the group will perform a 3-hour Eras-style retrospective, covering every major hit from their 13-year career, followed by a drone show that will light up the entire Los Angeles basin. But beyond the numbers and the spectacle, there is a deep reflective emotionality to the LA stop. This is the city where they filmed American Hustle life as rookies, wandering the streets of West Hollywood dreaming of success. Returning as global icons who have conquered the world creates a full-circle moment that is almost too much to handle. When the first notes of Spring Day or the final chords of Microcosmos ring out through the SoFi speakers on that final night, there won't be a dry eye in the building. It's the realization that the long wait, the hiatus, and the silence are finally over. The members themselves often talk about the LA energy as being uniquely healing, a place where they feel they can truly be themselves. For a fan, being there isn't just about seeing a concert, it's about being part of a collective catharsis, a celebration of survival, loyalty, and the power of music to bridge the gap between 7 boys from Korea and the heart of the American entertainment industry. The pressure on the ticketing servers for these 4 nights will be unprecedented. It is estimated that over 5 million unique users will attempt to access the Los Angeles presale simultaneously. The Hunger Games of ticketing will reach its final, most brutal form here. But for the lucky ones who secure that digital barcode, the reward is a seat at the most important cultural event of 2026. As the purple fireworks explode over the SoFi canopy, marking the end of the North American tour, a final, challenging question will remain in the hearts of everyone present. Now that the Kings have returned and reclaimed their throne in the City of Angels, what does the future hold for the next decade of BTS? Are we witnessing the peak